It's starting to look more like pan. Okay. Kali Ren is such a fucking fraud. All of you guys who think that are going to be sent frog energy at the least. All right. You're gonna be Princess and the Frogged. Period. Um all right. If you think me sharing stories and teachings on virtues and vices and stuff, like if that's fraud, you guys have a huge issue. That's the opposite of fraud. That's intelligence. That's like saying like an author for a book that teaches about virtues and vices through their own life experience is a fraud. Reality check. I make no cells. I go over the dimensions. I say I'm going to turn you guys into witches. Yes. But that's an immortal thing. That thing, there are no promises. Especially if you guys don't do the work. I would rather sit there and call me a fraud in the astral planes and in the ethers than actually do any like if you're doing that instead of 5 hours of meditation a day, then there's a problem. Oh look, now I just gridded it up for 5 hours of meditation a day and some light magic came through. I wonder if it's going to open up some dark magic realms, but maybe not. There's nothing like being me to understand anytime something light opens up, it fucking opens up some weird portal to hell like, that I'm going to have to deal with. So normally I start from the lower baseline. I'd prefer to start from the hell realms that I can handle and then ascend into the heaven realms. But we're making the hell realms below heaven realms. Or at least balanced. All right. We'll see. It's at the worst, everything is going to become balanced. At the worst. At the best, it will become divine. Isn't that a positive statement? Now, balance isn't like revenge on me because I'm a fucking saint, dumbasses. That's not balance. You guys are still in blame territory. Nobody's taking responsibility for their lives or existences or decisions or anything at all. All right. Some lady last night asked me in the astral plane, she's like, I'm really tired of hearing about anything. any issues of humanity that we have to deal with in our thoughts or our emotions. Will you just talk about the whales? There are 5,000 documentaries about the whales. What am I going to talk about? That they're innocent, that they're trapped, that they're being tortured to death? Or am I going to teach people on how to handle all the repressed crap and logic in their brains that might need to be freed or healed so they don't do harm? Wouldn't that be more important? Like, how many hours do I need to talk about the whales for it to be obvious that what's happening to the whales is awful? Come on. I'm trying to train enlightened masters, not masturbate. The 5 people that have already done documentaries on the whales, isn't that enough? Isn't watching The Cove, you're like, oh yeah, that's fucked up. Like, duh. No, I'm going to teach you how to become a human that looks at, like, obvious shit and goes, ah, that's fucked. Like, how little humanity do you guys have? Do not hear about the elephant. 55 elephants a day are dying. And go, that's fucking horrible. You see why I don't talk about the whales? It's just fucking stupid. That's why I don't talk about Trump. I focus on issues that are controversial and in no man's land, and nobody's allowed to talk about them because they're repressed. Nobody's allowed to talk about karma versus no karma. Law of attraction or race. Nobody's allowed to talk about those things. Nobody's allowed to talk about torture or magic. And so it rots within every human to the point where then priests are raping little children. This is the stuff that matters. Because this is the stuff that needs to be worked out. And if you can't handle the stuff that needs to be worked out, then you do not belong in the seraphim. And you'll never belong in Ravenclaw. Ever. Ever. Those things are the job of Ravenclaw to figure out. Everything. I am so insulted about the level of low-level humanity in everyone, much less the brain in everyone. It's so condescending to hear your guys' fucking thoughts. Like somehow you have any authority. You guys don't even double check. Is that thought true? You just have it and then you send a fucking psychic attack. You don't even spin and then throw it into the lava and then do the mathematical calculations. And this is why you'll never pass Hode. And that's where you're going to get like the magic stuff. And I mean real Hode, you know? Where we're actually in Harry Potter Wonderland. Real Hode. You know what I think about you guys? Most of you guys are all fucking redundant monkeys. Spewing the same old lines that you're all comfortable with because everybody's patting you on the back for it. Fucking sayings and memes and sayings and memes and sayings and memes. Everything that's fucking hipster, right? Because it makes you feel comfortable. Guess what? Another 55 elephants died today, and Lolita is probably wasting away still. And it's because of you. I mean, it's because of me too, but it's also because of you. Because you won't even do what I did. Why don't you be honest with yourself in that capacity? So all those creatures, that's on your guys' fault. And then I hear, why don't you just kill yourself, Collieren? You think I'm going to just take myself out without making sure every one of you understands what an asshole you are? Maybe I should take that part out. On angels? Where are there angels on this planet? Where? I can guarantee you the few people that want to be seen to me as angels have let me know. Collieren out.